A screenplay has the most integral part of the production process. Without it, the entire system will collapse. An actor has dialogue to read, character descriptions go to costuming, and mise-en-scène of a room gets brought to life by a set designer are just some of the functions a script has to serve. The form of a screenplay is unlike any other. Constantly in action, the screenplay has to be a blueprint for assembly. Scripts have to be terse, yet colorful, concise, and to the point. Each line reveals details furthering an understanding of the character and plot. Screenplays are the muse that kicks the whole thing off.
And even if there was someone here who was here just one day longer than you, I still wouldn't ask that person to partake in such a miserable job as long as you were around.
In the golden age of film, writers had all the glory, as they were the ones calling most of the shots. Now it is left up to the other cooks in the kitchen, which means less notoriety and deserved credit for the ones conceiving a story. The list in this video showcases the effort that is put into a script, and the craft of how the story was put together. James L. Brooks adapted Larry McMurtry's novel into a dynamic journey through the tumultuous relationship of a mother and daughter.
My daughter is in pain! Give her the shot, you understand me? You're going to behave! Give my daughter the shot!
Always mentioned with the best screenplays, Terms of Endearment can make you hysterically laugh and impulsively cry. The script shows how to make characters relatable and empathetic to the audience. Aurora and Emma, performed by Shirley MacLaine and Deborah Winger, both are stuck in ways present to the reader but unconscious to the characters. Brooks uses comedy in many sequences to relieve the situation. The screenplay's so good, it got Roman Polanski to come to the States to make it. Chinatown is a contemporary noir that blends real history with the delicacies of the era. Depicting the water crisis in Los Angeles in the 70s, it gives a painstaking commentary on power and corruption.
Hey, what's the matter with you? You're screwing just like a Chinaman. Jesus.
The script includes classic noir devices like femme fatale, and a less than happy ending to go with it all. Town's use of foreshadowing should also be noted, as the mystery of it all slowly unfolds to the reader and audience. As a culmination of the entire film noir genre, this is essential to look at. A recent masterpiece showing the blend of horror and comedy is Jordan Peele's Get Out. His debut feature blew people away as Peele inserted personal cultural fears from the black community onto the big screen. Get Out is unique on the page and how reality meets the surreal.
Get out. Sorry, man.
Okay.
Get out!
Blending the elements of comedy and horror together allows for the environment to feel real and magically realize the more fantastical worlds that he wants the audience to also visualize. Peele should also be applauded for his ability of creating suspense, as he creates an air of mystery and makes the readers wait for the outcome. Schrader's screenplay shows a great example of how to write a character study. The structure shows a human slowly succumbing to their own insanity. A fogginess and vagueness corrupts the script, developing a mindset for the character Travis Bickle, played by Robert De Niro. A screenplay designed to be in the mind of a character is hard to do.
You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me?
Use of narration should be noted, as it acts as a way into the mind of Travis.
Here is a man who would not take it anymore. A man who stood up against the scum, the cunts, the dogs, the filth, the shit. Here is someone who stood up.
As an unreliable narrator, the audience slowly has to be able to distinguish if what goes on actually is the correct perspective to look at. Billy Wilder's screenplays never follow the rule book when it comes to storytelling. The Apartment seems as aimless as the main characters before developing into a story that transcends multiple genres.
Shut up and deal.
simple story with complex characters. Jax Lemmon plays C.C. Baxter, a white-collar worker who allows his boss to use his apartment for their extramarital affairs. The use of internal and external conflict plagues Baxter the entire screenplay, especially when he becomes romantically interested in his boss's girl.
Let's do that in two. Squeaky, Ford at the airport, bounce. Now, we're using a map going into San...
So what do we do about this Beale son of a bitch?
Paddy Chayefsky wrote a satire that has developed into a drama because of how well the film aged. This social commentary tackles the age of media, the people who bring it to you, and the power structures behind it. Network is written with powerful monologues that have held true since its release in 1976.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Perfect satire, Network uses oxymorons and irony to create instances that were uncommon for the era.
And I say to the cabbie, take me to the middle of the George Washington Bridge. Ah!
Groundhog Day hits the correct beats while remaining entertaining and enthralling. A great premise, pay attention to the action lines and how they can delineate time. The character arc built beautifully shows how in a 3-act structure a character should progress, change, and go through some crazy moments along the way.
I'm a god.
You're God.
I'm a god. I'm not the god.
Phil, played by Bill Murray, deals mainly with the internal problems that go through his head. The lack of days changing is the perfect situation for him to be in to have to deal with the inner monologues of the mundane that force him to become a different person. Note, this is also my personal favorite of all these films.
From Punxsutawney, it's Phil Connors. So long.
The quintessential movie of the Golden Age, this romantic drama has all the passion and fire, with witty dialogue and snappy barks. The dialogue in this film is superb, as it leaves layers of character subtext behind each line.
We'll always have Paris. We didn't have, we lost it until you came to Casablanca. We got it back last night.
Some of the most memorable lines come from this very film. The script is an example of how rhythms and meter play into a script. The pace at which events are happening and the characters speak keep the plot moving forward, with layers unveiling themselves the entire way. Lost in Translation stars Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson as two lonely individuals trapped in a hotel in Tokyo. The script creates a level of intimacy through the location. Coppola creates a soft balance of humor with a melancholy encasing. The rich dialogue between actors Murray and Johansson creates a comfortability in the unknown.
Good night.
They commiserate together as Johansson's character, Charlotte, discovers herself. The writing feels as simple as can be, but the language used has the most impact. Kaufman's script feels like an amazing exercise in scene writing. Jim Carrey stars as Joel, a hopeless romantic eager to erase his memory of a past girlfriend played by Kate Winslet. The seemingly chaotic structure puts the entirety of the piece into greater perspective.
The map. Who's off the map?
Where?
I don't know where. What do you mean? I don't know where.
As scenes go from the past to the future to the liminal moments in between. Each scene filled with the proper tension and conflict needed. Kaufman's uniqueness shows that things don't have to be cookie cutter in the craft.